today. From Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
The usual sea of red here in this venerable stadium has been turned white as we are high above snowy Arrowhead Stadium in KC. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
Now here's Johnson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Chargers take over first.
Chargers offense set to go to work. Leading that offense, the rookie from Oregon who was drafted number 6 overall, Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert had a tremendous career at the University of Oregon. Ended up winning the Campbell Trophy, which was the academic Heisman. Won a lot of football games, including the Rose Bowl and a Pac-12 championship. 32 touchdown passes last year. But the reason he really got himself solidified as the first-round pick for the Chargers, a terrific Senior Bowl week. Was the MVP of the game, but I thought he was the MVP of the week the way he interacted with his teammates and opposing players, and everyone got to see his leadership on display.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him from the shotgun. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. They'll contain him to just 4. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Mecole Hardman, Pro Bowler last year as a rookie, is deep for KC. .39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. So here are the Chiefs now backed up for their first drive. They'll be led out by the reigning Super Bowl MVP in his 4th year now. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Well, partner, normally if a guy's touchdown passes fall in half, the first thing you'd say is, he really didn't have a very good season, did he? Well, it's true. Mahomes dropped from 50 back in the NFL.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the tackle.
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And going deep. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 46 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Johnson now returning. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Chargers take over first.
Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. There for the Chiefs. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Ty Long now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelce. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Call it a gain of 5. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chargers' 34-yard line.
on 2nd and 9. Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
LA set to take over again on offense.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On first down, Justin Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Roughing the passer defense.
Hey, we're going to do what we do.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, Herbert. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Herbert over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. That throw into the arms of Allen. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. From the gun, Herbert, and this is complete. It's Allen. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. That's going to be caught by Reed for a Charger touchdown.
To Joe Reed.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. And that one makes it 14-7.
His kick is good.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the complexion of everything you're doing. It's one thing to score garbage time, but these count. This is a big deal, and he's making those types of plays, and I think they'll keep finding ways to get it to him.
I was just going to say probably going to go back to him. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Mahomes now on first down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports halftime report. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. His guys have the lead as the white stuff continues to fall. And for the call of the second half, we give it back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, he's daytime. He's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he was able to get out there quick and fire away.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now here's Mahomes looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. The leading rusher for last year's national champs, LSU, it's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Second and 11 now. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. There he goes, right side. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 64 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stop short of the goal.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
About a half-yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Butker on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in Q3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. This pass finds its way to Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 35-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. It's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
A third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10.
To throw again, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's caught by Kelly. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. From the gun, Herbert looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there, and now it's 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Herbert's throw going to be caught by Henry.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
Joshua Kelly is running back, the intended target.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Forced out to his left. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Michael Badgley on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will close the gap down to 14.
Score, Chiefs 24, Chargers 10.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Long converted to field goal. Now he handles the kickoff duties. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Mahomes sacked.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
The tackle.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete.
Mahomes pass.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. L.A. readies for its next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll throw from the gun. Throw right side, complete to Williams.
Herbert's pass.
Not much there, only a yard. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Chargers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and run with Ballage. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
The one thing I have learned about this league, more and more, you've got to take some chances. You know, if you play everything conservatively and play everything exactly like, okay, I know what to do in each situation, I don't think you're going to get very far. I love the call there, going for it, even on his own side of the field.
Yeah, and even though you're on your own side of the field, they were creeping towards midfield, so not as crazy as if they were back at their own 20.
Showed a little faith in the defense too, right?
Yep. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On first down, it's Herbert. Complete to Kelly. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Herbert throwing again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
Anthony Lynn says now's the time. His guy's going on 4th down. Here's Kelly on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Flushed out right. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Complete to Hunter.
Herbert hooking up with Henry that time for the Charger first.
8-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw, Mahomes, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return.
First and 10.
Herbert and the Chargers down 24-17. 70 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Now Herbert being chased out left. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 46 yards. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock, and an extra point will send us to OT.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
And a good job on the hold there, as this is good through the snow, and this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Harrison Butker.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Now on is the punter Long here as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll give this to Bell. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
What can Mahomes do now with his overtime drive? He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
He was looking for Watkins that time, but it'll be second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on 4th down. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the official.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Touchdown, Chiefs.
In overtime.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we got the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.